Hello everyone, welcome to this demo model created by Simutech Group. This demo model will show you the impact and thermal analysis of a blast door. And before going into the details of the demo model, I would like to give about a 3-minute overview going over the goals of the model as well as just summarizing everything that has been done in the demo. This demo model is accompanied along with a PowerPoint as well as a Workbench ANSYS archive file, which can be used independently or together to learn about the demo or go through all of this. So the goal of this model primarily is to do a project demonstration for a blast door using ANSYS 2020 R1 release to show the capabilities of ANSYS software, and the longer term goal is to have Simutech Group along with the ANSYS software tools as a trusted advisor for any user to be used in the product lifecycle. So having said that, if I go into the design, so blast doors are designed and manufactured by various OEMs, and they are used in commercial and military application. So the models which I'll show momentarily is a Hurricane blast door. So as the name says, the blast door is intended for use in hurricanes, and the goal of that is to protect people from hurricane impact particles. And then the if particles pass through the door, that means the door design is not good and it has failed. So the goal is to use the simulations to reduce product design cycle time as well as prototype and testing cost. The current design cycle time for the door is approximately 3 months, and the testing cost is approximately 30k USD per test. So this shows a picture of the prototype door design and then the corresponding CAD model. Once we got the CAD model, we simplified it using SpaceClaim, which is an ANSYS CAD tool. We did all the operations in SpaceClaim to simplify it, create shells, mid surfaces, etc. And then once the model was created, we used ANSYS Explicit Dynamics to do the simulation of the particles impacting the blast door. To get the actual model material data such as the properties for the steel door and all the nonlinear curves and everything, we used a tool called Granta MI, which is a materials gateway, and it's a huge database of material properties. And then after that, we established the explicit dynamics model, and once having established all the geometry and materials, we meshed it, put all the connections, and then applied the initial conditions such as these particles flying right into the door, and then conducted the simulation for a particular time. And then once the result was once the solution was done, we looked at the result, and then we found out that the particles actually impact and penetrate the door, which is not acceptable. So if you see here, the particles penetrate in the door and then they pass through, which means the door is not failure. The door has failed. So a solution for that was that maybe we can fill the door with concrete and then use that as a stiffening up mechanism for the door. So then we went back to SpaceClaim and then used the power of SpaceClaim to fill this door up with concrete and have concrete as a reinforcement. Once having done that, we simply copied the model over. If you see it's design 1, and then coming over here, Everything is exactly same except concrete is added. All the loads and conditions remain the same, and then we conducted the same analysis, and then we found that the particles impacting do not pass through, which means the door is satisfactory and it passes the spec. And then after that there were a couple of additional specs needed to be done, such as thermal and fire modeling, which we used this door do and complete all the specs. Now the total time for all of this, including baseline and this iteration 1 model, was about 4 days, including the running time, as opposed to like an extensive amount of time. So if you extrapolate this, we can do multiple design scenarios over a period of like a month to really cut down on the production time. As well as, if you see, we can only do prototype on a single blast door at the end, leading to a lot of cost savings. So this gives you a brief summary of the project, and now I would like to get into some of the details of this demo. So as I referred to earlier, we are talking about the blast door model. Goal is to again do an impact simulation first, and then in the impact simulation make sure that the particles don't penetrate the door, and then use that to do further models. So first thing is that ANSYS Space Claim is a CAD tool, and in this CAD tool you can do a lot of geometry cleanup and features before taking it to ANSYS. So for example, here I went to the fill tool, and I used that to select a lot of surfaces here, and then I filled it and I simplified those surfaces. Now, having done that, I went back and I went to the prepare tool, and if you see here that the prepare tool gives me like mid surface options, weld options. So I went here and then I created a shell uh, for the door using the mid surface tool. And then, having created the shells, there is an option here for the welds. So I went here and I created welds for all the components which are connected together by welds, and I'll show you over here how many welds have been created. You'll see stitch welds and weld surface, and then these connect all the doors and frames and everything together. So Space Claim is a really nice tool to do all of these geometrical now before I send it over to ANSYS. One thing I want to point out is that the user also has an option of using their own CAD tool, which could be SolidWorks or Creo, and you either use them standalone or use them with Space Claim, or you can have your CAD plugins which do back and forth between ANSYS as well as like the CAD software. So that's left totally up to the user. So once that was done, we come to the materials. So Granta MI is a recent acquisition of ANSYS, and it's a standalone product. It's a materials getaway where there are like tons of really materials available, as well as specific material properties such as failure and plasticity and elastic modules and all of the specific materials that a user might need. An user can use all of this, and if you go to the engineering data, you'll see that there are some Granta sample materials already loaded in, as well as ANSYS has their own kind of materials already loaded in. So the user has the option of using these sample materials, or either researching or using Granta as a standalone product. So the advantage with Granta is that the user doesn't have to spend a lot of time researching materials, because everything is really readily available and connects directly to ANSYS. So using Granta, if you see, I put a lot of materials, and then I put all the steel and all of that, and then the stress, failure properties, plasticity properties and such. Now the simulation was done with Explicit Dynamics. So Explicit Dynamics is a part of an ANSYS Enterprise, and I'll probably go over it a little bit in the end. So once we cleaned up the geometry and came to ANSYS Explicit Dynamics, first thing we did was we looked over the materials, assigned the thicknesses, assigned all of the specific materials to all of the components, checked everything, and once that was done, we went to connections. So Explicit Dynamics is very easy to use. It offers a body interaction in which all you do is set up one interaction, and then it will automatically do contacts between all the faces and surfaces. And then apart from that, I set up different contacts, such as between the bonded contact between the lock to the frame, hinge to the frame, and then hinge to the door, and all of these. So once the contacts were set up, I went to the mesh. I did a very generic mesh here, but again, Explicit Dynamics offers you really a lot of options of meshing. And then I even used a mesh connection group in which ANSYS will automatically connect meshes. So in this case, for all these stitch welds here, I just told ANSYS, I used a mesh connection group and told ANSYS to directly connect all the mesh automatically, which it does very well. Once the mesh was set up, I gave the particles a specific velocity, and then once the velocity was done, I fixed the door at the end, and then used like a pressure loading also, which might come from winds and everything. And then once everything was set up, in the analysis settings, I set up about 20 milliseconds for the impact time and such. If you see here, it took me about 141 minutes to solve with 4 cores. So a user, if he wants to go faster, so let's say he wants to cut down the solution time in half, or maybe even go to like 10 minutes, he can use more cores, and for that ANSYS HPC packs are available. So he can use an HPC pack and then really speed up the analysis. So in this case, I wanted to show you that the difference between just using 4 cores, which takes 141 minutes, and then if I go to HPC packs, I can do like 8 cores, 12 cores, which will probably reduce the time in like half or something. Once the analysis was done, I put in all the results like stress, plastic strain, and everything. And then if I go to the deformation, let me animate this for a second here. So now you see here the animation, the particles are coming in and impacting the door and coming out on the other side, which means the door design has failed. So now we need to go back and improve on the door design and have a solution which works. So then for that we went back to SpaceClaim, and one idea was to fill the door with a stiffening kind of solution and really stiffen it up. So then we went to SpaceClaim and we filled it with concrete, and you can easily do this in SpaceClaim using this geometry. Pretty much draw all of these and like fill all of these out, and then put in a new component over here. So this is a concrete filler which we did in SpaceClaim, and once we did that, we simply pretty much dragged and dropped Explicit Dynamics over here and connected all of this. And pretty much copied everything from solution C to solution D. So you can see that once the baseline model was done, the iteration 1 model really takes hardly any time to set up. So now, for example, in my new iteration 1 model, everything is really set up except the filler, which is the concrete. So everything else remains the same. I just introduced the filler, and then I put the material properties. I meshed it, and then the connections already had body interaction. For any connections between the filler and the frame and everything, I set up the bonded contact, as well as used a mesh connection group to connect the any filler mesh and everything. So you can see that my original model, it took me 3 days to set up and 141 minutes to solve. But in this case, the iteration one model took me about a day to set up, and about like the same time, maybe 141 sort of minutes to solve. So you can see that my iteration one has been reduced from 3 days to 1 day, and I can really do like so many iterations. I can do like 5 or 6 iterations within a week, and then really crank out designs and solutions to really cut down on my product cycle time. And then I put in all the analysis settings, pressure, everything as before, didn't change that. And now let's look at the animation over here. So if you look at the animation now, the particles don't penetrate, and the door design has been design criteria has been satisfied. So once that was done, there was another spec that needed to be satisfied, and that is that the door must pass the fire or thermal modeling. So a particular amount of temperature applied to the door must not cause the door to expand, as well as the door must not heat up, and the temperature must be satisfied. So for that, essentially what I did was I click on this and I duplicate this system, and then once duplicated, I just convert it to the thermal solution, and then I can just drag and drop over here and set up a static structural solution. So what this is doing is, it's doing a thermal solution using all of the existing model that was built up, and then it's doing a thermal expansion solution after that. So let me open. So now if you come to my thermal model, you see that everything is the same. Geometry, mesh, materials, everything remains the same. All I did was copied the model, and then all I did was change the boundary conditions to the thermal, such as applying the temperature of like the external heat, radiation, convection, and everything. And then once I solve that, you can see that the temperature is about 208 degrees, which is satisfying the criteria spec of the door. And then I immediately followed it by a static structural solution where the temperature acts as a load, and additional load is gravity as well as the fixed support. And then the criteria is that the door must not expand more than 2 millimeters. And then if you see the expansion over here, it's like very less. So let me yeah, so it's about 1.96, which is less than 2 millimeters, and it satisfies the criteria, which means the door is okay, and then the spec is satisfied. And one thing to point out is that the thermal and static structural can be done using ANSYS Pro and Premium. You don't need Enterprise to do that. So once that was done, a question is that what if I just want to do simple solutions rather than complex solutions. So all I can do is that in this example, I duplicated this and I replaced this with a static structural solution. So in a company or like users might be like junior engineers where they don't want to use ANSYS Enterprise. They just want to use like basic ANSYS to do like quick simulations and turn around their designs, as well as like not have like a very high cost kind of solution, or have a mix of licenses between ANSYS Enterprise and ANSYS Pro or Premium. So that's where I used static structural, which is available in ANSYS Pro or Premium based on some limitations. Everything again remains the same, mesh, geometry, and all of that. And all I did was set up three different simulations where forces are being applied at different angles. I solved all of them and then checked the deformation and stress for each of them. All these solutions took about like a few minutes to solve, so very easy for junior engineers to kind of play around with the model. Just do quick simulation within a few minutes to change the door designs and such. One more thing is that users also have an option of doing impact simulation with something called Workbench LS-DYNA. So LS-DYNA is either you can use it as a standalone solver, or you can use it as a part of the ANSYS Enterprise package. So LS-DYNA is a different solver, but it's owned by ANSYS now, and all you do is I copied the model here and converted it to LS-DYNA. The physics is essentially same, but the solver in the background is different. Maybe some of the settings might be different. So geometry here I set up the same. I set up mesh and like connections and all of that the same. The material properties and like material failure and all of that were set up the same. All the boundary conditions and all of that were the same. And then if you see over here, I solved it, and then the total deformation, it also shows that the particles kind of penetrate through the door. Now one thing to note here that my original explicit dynamics problem took me about 141 minutes to solve. So this took about 21 minutes to solve. So it's like a huge savings time, and this is with 4 cores. So this just shows you like the kind of different products within ANSYS and how savings time can be achieved within ANSYS even using different products and such. And again, the results are the same, but there are different advantages of using different products in ANSYS. So having said this, all of these tools are given by Symmetric Group to the user, but how does the user actually implement these? And for that, I would like to take you over to Symmetric Group itself. Our main goal is to be trusted advisors to the customers, and we want to give you the ANSYS tools such as shown with explicit dynamics, LS-DYNA, static structural, whether it can be pro, premium, enterprise, doesn't matter, but we want to be trusted advisors with you, and we want you to save money on prototyping cost as well as time in product development. So we give you a variety of options, such as first thing is SimuPortal, which is an online learning tool. So here we have all the training, video training, FAA webinars, all of these are really readily available over here, and user can just purchase a subscription to SimuPortal, and they can look over all the videos for different versions. All the different workshops are available, so they have the knowledge to really learn ANSYS in this format. Second is that we offer tech training. So training can be either in person or like online training. Usually the courses are like 3 to 4 days, and it will cover each module such as explicit dynamics, LS-DYNA, and everything. Another option is mentoring, where we'll do one-on-one mentoring with the user and go over each specific kind of problem that the user has, specific to their project, such as this, which is the blast door. And finally, we have a tech support. So whether you purchase ANSYS from us, we'll provide a technical support for all of your questions, whether they are small or big. And we are known to be like very good at tech support, and ANSYS has given us like a very high score on tech support. So that's also one option available to the user. So having said all of this, I would like to recap this demo model. I am a little bit over my time, so I apologize for that. So first thing was that the goal was to analyze a blast door for fragment impact. So the model took about 3 days to develop, and based on the analysis that I showed you, it took about 2 minutes to 141 minutes to solve. So the first model showed a failure, and then an alternative design was proposed, which was solved in 1 day. So if you extrapolate all these numbers, you can really see that we can save a significant amount of product design time as well as testing cost. So the 30K testing cost can really be reduced to like within, for just one prototype, and even 3 month product design time can be reduced to as good as like 2 to 3 weeks. So using ANSYS, the emphasis is that you can really save cost as well as product design time. To go over the specific products, I showed you ANSYS Space Claim Design Modeler, CAD tool, Quantum MI Materials Database, Explicit Dynamics, Thermal and Static, LS-DYNA, and then HPC solvers. And then I gave you advantages and kind of disadvantages of using each module. And then finally, how to implement all of this. So again, I want to emphasize that Simetech Group wants to work with the user as a trusted advisor, and we'll provide you these ANSYS tools shown on the top. Along with that, we'll provide you mentoring and consulting and tech support and training, and we want to work with you so that you come to us and say that we saved you a lot of product design time as well as testing cost. And then finally, I want to end with the ANSYS capabilities and packages slide, which shows you what you can get with Pro, Premium, and Enterprise, and plus the add-ons, which are Granta Materials, LS-DYNA, and HPC. So this slide is just showing you for a brief moment all the capabilities that ANSYS has and what you can purchase and what you can get for that specific package. So I would like to thank you for listening to this demo, and again I want to end this by saying that Simetech Group wants to work with you as a trusted advisor and really help you reduce your product design time as well as cost using ANSYS capability.